Welcome to the Retro Robot Radio Show special, looking at Transmissions Podcast, episode number 157, and other similar news coming out of Hasbro and Takara in the last week. First thing we're going to be looking at is the upcoming Voyager-class Optimus Prime that Transmissions Podcast talked about it. They spoke about the fact that TFW 2005 member Chainclaw had described the figure as being Star Convoy inspired, and according to them, the chest on it does look very similar to Star Convoy. And the figure they saw will have at least two head options. Not sure if those head options are going to be coming with the figure, or the extra one's going to be something extra you can buy, but sounds kind of neat. No word on whether or not it has a third mode. They also said that the Voyager-class Megatron that they're coming out has tank kibble on it, but they haven't seen it in those alternate modes. Chainclaw in 2005 said that he saw bits of a jet mode on the figure. The Voyager-class Alpha Trion figure that Chainclaw described as a wolf, Transmissions Podcast believes its alternate mode is actually a lion, and it does have a horn on its beast mode head for some reason. The Transmissions Podcast also said that leader Power Master Optimus Prime will be repainted blue, called Magnus Prime or Super Jinri. They also said that there is a Voyager-class Tidal Wave, who is a triple changer that turns from an aircraft carrier to jet. They have no confirmation of a broadside repaint, but that seems to make sense to them. They also said that we are getting Decepticon clones and Autobot clones, which is Pounce and Wingspan and Fastlane and Cloudbreaker. There is an upcoming deluxe figure called Iron Apex, and the image they saw for it was a placeholder that had Apex Bomber on it. So hopefully this is some kind of trailer add-on that maybe turns into a jetpack or something for Optimus Prime or other figures. They also said that there is a upcoming Titan Master called Powerhouse, who is a die-cast figure, and will be an exclusive somewhere, but they don't know who the character is. Finally, they said that there will be an upcoming Nautica figure. For those of you who don't know, Nautica is a female Autobot who's appeared in some of the IDW comics recently. We also had this leaked image come out online recently of looks like the package back for a Hasbro Computron. Some interesting things about this. This pretty much confirms that the Dead End mold will be Lightspeed, the Brawl mold as Nose Cone. The figure doesn't have any remolding on Scattershot, but it does have recoloring. They've tried to change it so that it looks more like Computron in combined mode, whereas the individual Voyager Scattershot is colored to look more like Scattershot in robot mode. Because its transformation is so much different from G1, you can only have it be accurate in one mode or the other, it seems. Also, this confirms that the Cosmos mold will be redone as Scrounge. But here's the interesting thing. Just recently, tweeted out of Japan, has been a silhouette of their version of Unite Warriors Computicon, which is the Japanese Computron. Here's the interesting thing about it, though. The way that the silhouette is designed, we can see several major differences between it and the Hasbro version. For instance, the head definitely has shorter antenna, which would imply that it's a new head mold. So possibly they got a new Computron-accurate head. The arms and legs are very different, too. You seem to have the afterburner for the one arm, but then the other arm is the Blast-Off mold turned into Strafe. And the legs, which were Dead End and Brawl on the Hasbro one, here it appears to be the Wheeljack and the Rook molds turned into Lightspeed and Nose Cone. So that's pretty interesting. Also, we got this leaked image out recently of the Titan Master partner for Alpha Trion. According to the Transmissions Podcast, this figure is called Sovereign. And the very interesting thing about it is, if you look at the detailing of the chest and head, Sovereign here is modeled after Safeguard from the Transformers Cybertron series, which was the Minicon partner of Vector Prime. So that kind of hints that they could be intending to remold or recolor Alpha Trion into Vector Prime later. Also, we got some images recently from Takara. These were of their Legends line, where they'll be doing Skullcruncher and Hardhead. But the interesting thing is they're going to be including these Legends class vehicles, which are being sold separately with the Titan Masters in the US. Here they're going to be boxed in with the Deluxes, and we get our first look at what the gun modes look like. For instance, the gun here is the figure that's being sold as Crash Bash in the United States. But here it's a add-on transforming gun dinosaur bird for Skullcruncher. And here, the one that's being sold as Terrible in the United States is a add-on gun for Hardhead. Also, we got a leaked image recently out of the Cybercast podcast, which was interviewing Pete Sinclair from the Transformers Collectors Club. He showed a brief glimpse of one of their upcoming figures from BotCon. This appears to be a recolor of Combiner Wars Air Raid done as Terrorsaur from Beast Wars. So we're going to get a combining Terrorsaur from this mold here. So that's pretty interesting news. And you got to wonder, are we going to get a Scorponok? Because the two of them were lost in the lava together in one episode. And we were confirmed from the club that the story we're getting for this BotCon is going to be set in the universe of Beast Wars Ascending, the IDW comic, which means their official story on Scorponok and Terrorsaur is that they survived when they were dropped into the lava and came out in transmetal form. So how does that work into them showing up as a jet in this series? I'm not sure. So, what were the most interesting reveals from the Transmissions podcast and other leaks this week to you? What are you hoping you'll see next time? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and listen weekly for our third-party Transformers news.